and just kind of get yourself comfortable. Get started in a seated position. So cross-legged or on knees and shins. And wherever you're at, just kind of lengthening your spine, starting to stack one vertebrae on top of the other, all the way from the base of your tailbone up to the crown of your head, finding that alignment. And just orienting your attention inwards. Starting to bring awareness to the breath and the texture of your inhales as you pull the air inwards. And feeling the breath out the throat, out the mouth with an audible exhale. Beautiful. In through the nose, sipping the air in, feeling where it goes into the body, into the lungs, throughout the rib cage. And soften the jaw, release out the mouth, the clearing exhale. Beautiful. Keep that slow cadence and deep breaths in through the nose. Creating some space. And exhale out the mouth, sinking deeper into this present moment. Good. Keep that rhythm. Just smooth out any wrinkles through the breath in, nice and smooth. And relax your forehead and your shoulders as you exhale out the mouth. Good. Pulling it in through the nose, imagining your lungs expanding in all directions. And release something, let it go with an audible exhale out the mouth. This time we'll keep your lips sealed for your inhale. And create some fire with your lips sealed on your exhale. Keep that Ujjayi breath as the foundation of your practice, and we'll bring your palms together and start rubbing them, creating some heat, some sensations between your palms. Just bring your awareness from your mind into your body for an embodied yoga practice over the next 30 minutes. Keep those palms rubbing back and forth, create some heat and some fire. Release your shoulders from tension. Keep that strong Ujjayi breath flowing and bring the heat of your palms to your heart, stacking one on top of the other. Set an intention for your practice, whether that's maybe just to commit to being a little bit more present or to be a little bit more compassionate to your body, or to cultivate some strength, or to contribute to world peace by taking care of yourself and your inner landscape. Keep that Ujjayi breath, and on your next exhale, let's set your fingertips down behind you. We'll twist to the right, looking over your right shoulder, bringing your nose past that right shoulder. Create some space on the left side of your neck as you're here. And other side, twisting to the left. Bring those hands behind you to support this twist. Lengthen through the right side of the neck. And come back through center. A few head rolls to the right. Drop your chin to your chest and as slow as you can. Try to hit every angle here. If you find any sticky spots, just hold it and send your breath to whatever part of your body feels like it's holding a little bit more tension. Nice and slow. If you've ever dealt with a stiff neck, you know that going quick is not the answer, but nice and slow. Open up the throat on the way back. Release the back of the neck on the way down. In reverse, keep the depth of your breath as the quality of your movement starts to increase. If you feel any sticking points, take your time there. Beautiful. I'll meet you in a child's pose. So extend your fingertips to the top of your mat. Spread your knees wide and sit your hip bones down towards your toes. And just let your chest fall towards the ground, maybe resting on your thighs, relaxing your forehead into the mat. Feel the depth of your breath. Stay here as your reminder to come back to the present over and over again. And inhale, create some space between each vertebrae, some space between your hips and your shoulders. And exhale, sink deeper into the mat, releasing tension where you can. And shift forward into a tabletop second, hands right underneath shoulders and knees right underneath hips. Just start to find some intuitive movements, maybe knocking your hips side to side, some cat cows with some flexion and extension of the spine. Just whatever your body and your spine needs this morning to wake up. Maybe create some barrel rolls with your rib cage, making a circle in one direction. And reverse. We're going to really try to match breath with movement, so keep the breath flowing, paired with each movement that you take. From here, inhale your right fingertips up to the sky, twist your chest open to the right side of your space, roll out your wrist a couple times clockwise and counterclockwise, and then thread the needle, sending your right fingertips all the way to the left side of the room and putting your weight on that right shoulder. Left fingertips can reach all the way to the front of the mat to create a little more of a twist in that thoracic spine, the upper back. Or maybe to open up the chest and shoulders, the left fingertips go towards the right thigh behind you. Wherever you are, relax your shoulder and your forehead into the ground. We'll use the left hand to press you back up in reverse. Extend the right fingertips up. And the other side. Right hand plants, left fingertips peel up, open to the sky, shoulders stack on top of one another. And we roll out the wrist to thread the needle to the right side of your space. Big twist in that upper back, extend those fingertips either forward or catch a bind behind you. And create that spacious breath into your chest and your shoulders, that upper back. And release some tension out of your neck and throat here. Beautiful. Come out of this the way that you came in. Just reverse the steps. Left arm peels up. Then I'll meet you back in tabletop. We'll do a round of cat-cow to reset the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward, create some space in the throat. And exhale, tuck the tailbone and around the spine. From here, let's tuck those toes, lengthen out those knees, and send those hips up and back as you press all of your weight into your fingertips for downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bend one knee, straighten the other. Knock those hips side to side, open up those shoulders. Just really get comfy in your body right now. Listen to what it's asking for by tuning inwards. Beautiful. Some intuitive movement here over the next 3 breath cycles. Keep lifting that waist and those hips up as your chest finds its way closer and closer towards your thighs. Have as much of a bend in your knees as you need. And from here, we'll step to the top of your mat. Just tiptoe, nothing too crazy. Nice forward fold at the top of your mat. We'll interlace or we'll grab opposite elbows. So ragdoll, release the back of the neck and sway side to side. Let gravity do the work here. Keep a nice bend in your knees until your hamstrings are asking for a little bit more. And on your exhales, really let something go, let it out. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs as you lengthen through the back of your neck, flattening out your spine, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, stand up tall, arms sweep up. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Shift your weight forward onto those fingertips, high up on the balls of your toes. Hold here, close that rib cage together. Keep the heat of the breath nice and flowing. If you can control your breath, you can do anything. Squeeze those elbows in by your side, slowly lower down. One at a time, nice and slow, no rush. Elbow squeeze in. Palms should be planted right on the outside of your rib cage. Roll those shoulders back and we'll inhale for cobra. And exhale all the way down. We'll do 2 more rounds like that for our first few back bends. Inhale, roll those shoulders. Create some space, as big of a back bend as feels comfortable for you. And exhale, nice and slow, lower it down. Beautiful. One more, roll the shoulders back, open up the chest. And exhale, shift those hips back, child's pose, knees apart, toes together, fingertips forward. From here, squeeze those elbows a little bit closer together. Bring your palms to touch. And relax your forehead onto the mat as your thumbs come to the crease of your neck behind you. Release the palms back down. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, and those hips up and back for a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right heel to sky. Bend that right knee and open the hip. Roll out the ankle a few times. Roll out the hip a few times. Create some big circles in the hip socket. One way, and then the other. Good, straighten out that right foot, all 10 toes point down. And step the right foot between the thumbs at the top of the mat, drop that back knee, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, cactus arms bending at the elbows. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, like a lap pull down, really squeeze those shoulders down and back behind you. Engaging that backside body. One more time. Inhale, create some length. And exhale, bend, pull those shoulders back. Beautiful. With the fingertips framing that right foot, start to shift your hips backwards as you straighten through that front right knee and feel the right toes up to your face for half splits. Really tack that right hip back so that it doesn't start pulling forward. And all 5 of those toes on the right foot are flexed up, and relax the back of your neck. Let your shoulder or your forehead hangs down towards your shin. And in this position here, halfway lift, straighten the spine. Pull the collarbones towards the toes. And then exhale, let it go round through the spine. Keep the left hand planted as you peel your chest to the right side of the room, right fingertips to the sky for an IT band stretch. Try to stack the shoulders on top of each other. Keep that right hip in place and breathe some space into the right hamstring. And reframe that right foot, rebend the right knee. Tuck those back toes and straighten out through the left leg, lifting up the back knee off the ground. In this runner's lunge position, plant the left hand and peel open the right arm for a low lunge twist. Really roll those shoulders out of your ears, create some length in your neck. Engage that left hamstring, pull it up 1 inch higher towards the sky. And plant the right hand down on the outside of that right foot. Use some momentum from that back leg to step all the way to the front of the mat, forward fold, let it go, ragdoll. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, stand all the way, 1 vertebrae at a time. Wait, peel your neck up. Hands reach up tall, and forward fold all the way back down. Inhale, flat back, raise up the spine. And exhale, plant those hands, step back to high plank. Really zipping up that core all the way from the pubic bone to the sternum. Keep your heels really high and elevated. Hugging those obliques into the center, hugging the belly button in and up. And slowly lower down, hugging those elbows in. Nice and slow. Your version of a back bend, whether it's upward facing dog, baby cobra, or cobra. Wherever you are, open up the heart. And tuck those toes, send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left heel to the sky. Bend that left knee, open up your hips. Roll out the ankle clockwise and counterclockwise. And then roll out the hip counterclockwise. Nice big circles through that left knee. And reverse your circles. Re-lengthen that left leg, square off those hips. Step the left foot between your thumbs to the top of the mat and release your back knee down to the ground, low lunge. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Keep that deep bend in that left knee. And as you exhale, like a lat pull down, squeeze, pull those elbows behind you, opening up the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale for strength, engage that back body. Beautiful, inhale for space, reach. Exhale, bend in cactus. Fingertips frame the left foot, straighten through that left knee and shift your hips back as you flex the left toes up to your face for a half split position. Make sure that left hip is tapped backwards and all 5 of those toes, including your pinky toe, are flexed towards your face. Release the back of your neck and exhale here. Inhale for length in this half split. Pull your heart forward, lengthen the crown of your head. And then exhale, let it go. Fold forward deeper into that half split. Plant the right hand down, peel the left arm up, open up the chest to the left side of your space. Send that loving, spacious breath into your IT band. Hello, IT band. Good morning. And reframe the left foot with your palms. Rebend that left knee into your low lunge. Tuck the back toes, straighten up that right knee. For low runner's lunge, plant the right hand down, left arm peels open for a lunge twist. Keep that right hamstring reaching towards the sky and all your weight into that left front foot as you gaze up towards your left fingertips. And from here, replant that left hand, use some momentum from that back foot to step all the way to the front, forward fold. Heel toe your feet really wide toward the edges of your mat now, and we'll sit into yogi squat or malasana squat. If you have a block, a pillow, a book, something you want to sit on, that's totally fine. If your heels are up, that's okay too. We'll put your elbows on the insides of your knees, palms touch to give a little bit of extra pressure to open up the knees. Roll those shoulders back, lengthen through the back of your neck, and breathe here. Plant those hands down, straighten up the knees as the crown of your head goes down. And back to your malasana squat, yogi squat. Heart is up. And straighten out the knees, heart is down. A few more passengers like this. Deep squat. And a wide leg forward fold. Beautiful. One more deep squat. Hips down. And hips up. Beautiful. Heel toe those feet together. Plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Really feel the rib cage closing together and meeting in front of you. Feel the shoulder blades spread apart as you press those hands into the mat. And then slowly lower down, nice and slow. Elbow squeeze in. Your version of a back bend, some a heart opener. And downward facing dog. Try to get those heels a little bit closer to the ground each time. Pedal it out. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And exhale, step all the way to the front of your mat for that low runner's lunge. Left leg is off of the ground, and right foot is between the palms. From here, peel your chest up for high crescent lunge. Fingertips reach to the sky, generous bend in that right knee. Really driving that right heel down as your foundation. Spin the left foot down. So we open up to warrior two. Hips are facing the long edge of your mat. Deep bend in that right knee. And the left toes are pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Extend those arms out long, wide. Reaching towards the front of your space in the back. And keep that right knee over your right heel. Reverse your warrior, flip your palm. Right arm to sky, big stretch in the right side of the body. And cartwheel your arms down back to that runner's lunge position. All 10 toes point forward. And from here, kick that right leg up and back for three-legged dog. And pedal it out for your downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to sky. And exhale, step to the top of the mat. Low runner's lunge. Find that solid foundation with your legs before you peel your chest up and your arms up to the sky for high crescent lunge. Create some stability here. Both hip bones point forward. And then drop that right heel down as you open up your hips towards the long edge of your mat for warrior two. Arms open up side to side. Deep bend in that left knee. Really strong right straight leg. Reverse your warrior, left palm flips up, reaches behind you. And exhale, cartwheel those arms down to frame the left foot, kick the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Shift your weight forward for our last high plank, our last chaturanga all the way to the mat. Inhale, heart opener. And exhale back to child's pose, knees apart, toes together. Relax your forehead onto the mat. Extend those fingertips to the top of the mat. Maybe notice how your body feels a little bit different now than the beginning of this practice. Come back to your intention. And come back to your breath, starting to lengthen through your exhales. Really slow down that heart rate. Crawl your fingertips to the left side of your space, staying in that child's pose for a big stretch on the right side body. And crawl your fingertips to the right side of your mat for a stretch on the left side body. Come back through center. Use the strength of your arms to kind of pull your chest up. I'll meet you lying on your backs. Once we're here, we'll find a bridge pose. Bending at the knees. Feet are flat on the ground. Scoop those shoulder blades underneath you. Palms flat. Squeeze those glutes and peel your tailbone up one vertebra at a time, all the way till you're kind of standing on your shoulders here. Drive those heels into the ground. Keep those knees tracking over your big toe. Maybe interlace the fingers underneath you. And slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. We'll bend your right knee and cross that right ankle over your left knee for a figure four. Maybe this is enough of a stretch for your right glute, or maybe you pull that left knee into your chest for a deeper stretch. Wherever you are, let's shake it out, lengthen those legs, bending one knee at a time, shake it out. We'll come back to that left side, bending at the knees, feet are flat. Left ankle crosses over right for figure four. This side might feel a little bit different, so no judgment. Really just be present with your body and tune into what it's asking for. You hug your right knee into your chest for a deeper stretch. Very important to keep that left heel flexed. We start to close our eyes down as we close our practice and bring our attention back inwards. Release your legs long throughout your mat. Find your final resting pose, whatever that looks like for you. Palms face up to receive any blessings that are coming your way, or palms down to feel a little bit more grounded and less anxious throughout your day. Release any tension between your eyebrows. Let your eyeballs roll into the sockets. And soften your tongue and your jaw. Let your throat and your neck melt into the mat. Feel your heart create some space along your chest and your shoulders. Relaxing any tension out of your rib cage and your arms. Your left fingers relaxing towards the earth. Your left palm releasing any tension. Send that healing energy all the way from your left palm, up that left arm, across your chest, and down into the right arm, letting it sink into the earth. Relax the right fingertips and release the right palm. And just soften through your belly, some big, deep belly breaths, softening all through your digestive system. Create some spaciousness in your pelvis and your hips. And sending some breath into any areas that are holding tension. Let your legs feel heavy and grounded, maybe splayed open. Letting go of any tension in the knees and the ankles and the toes. You can stay here as long as you like in this relaxed Shavasana. Our time has come to a close on this 30-minute Zoom, but please honor your body throughout the rest of your day. Thank you for showing up for your practice. Anything that you've cultivated here on the mat, share with the world. Any love, any presence, any compassion. Thank you, and namaste.